Alright guys, so we did make it. This is a nice bright looking new building too. Lots of potential and hope here. And I see some fall stuff outside. So we're gonna head in and I won't video going in so I don't get anybody on film, but I will let you know when we get in there what's going on. See the nice 40% off fall things. Ooh, I see some Halloween stuff over there. Alright, I'll talk to you when we get inside. Bye guys. This may end up being a voiceover, but I'll risk it. You guys, this store has everything. Look at this wall. I can't wait to get there. It's so exciting. And look, it's even all the way over here. Oh my god. I'm on sensory overload and we haven't even officially got to the yarn yet. Oh my god. I'm actually going to start the voiceover here because of the music, but we did get to the yarn right now. This is Big Twist Reverb. Look at the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors. Oh, now I am going to try to just, look at all that. I am going to try to just show you the stats on everything at some point so you could check it out for yourself. I also will try to show you the prices, and right now there's 30% off on this yarn. At the time of this video going up anyway. Here's the stats for you a little bit. This one is a medium 4, it says. If you can tell, this one is roving style. It was pretty soft, I will say. It is in the color Rust Red. I am going to go through all the colors. I know that as I filmed today. 100% premium acrylic. It's lovely. It's so pretty. All the colors were fairly pretty. This one was Rustic Rose. Ooh, look at those colors. Pink brown mix. Not all of them were terribly creative. The price was $7.49, I see. This one was Hunter Green. Bet that would be pretty worked up. Those are some nice marbled blues. It's in the cool blues color. It does look like there was one or two missing maybe. Oh, this is gorgeous. Teal blue pink. Also got a little bit of a marbly effect on that. There's also static. I know there was one other reverb color that I show you at the end here, but static was at the bottom of this section, and this was a bulky 5 version of the reverb, I think. It had a lot of similar colors. Orange Sunset was obviously my favorite. And then this was pretty too, the pinks and the blacks together, which was Gray Pink, another very creative name. And see, the colors are pretty similar. Just like I said, it was also a 5 version. All of these were like 5 versions of the previous ones. Greens. And here's the more neutral of them. And this one is, oh, that one's the reverb. That one is like the 4 weights from up above. That's Gray Mix. That was the other reverb. Now we're back to the static. Sorry. That one's very pretty. We got Cranberry Blue Multi. It's also very pretty. Pink Multi. There's some purple and oranges in there too, but we're going to focus on the pink. Here's the neutral one. Oh, Neutrals was the color name. And there's a lovely shot of the floor from your experienced camera woman. There's another neutral palette. What Dusty Blue did I see on there? Did that say Dusty Blue? Here's an actual blue called Blues. Very pretty though. Another blue with some neutral colors, gray blue to be exact. My camera work was just on par today, you guys. I was so excited though. If you couldn't already tell, I was so excited walking in here. And then violets, which there was some salmon pink and everything in there too, but we'll go with that. Violets. $7.49 was the price tag on here, and again, there was I think it was 30% off sale. Yep, 30% off on this yarn. And then we moved over to Hush and Mellow, which the Hush, let me just say now, was, I don't work with like thick yarn very often, which this was 100% polyester, and it was the most luscious yarn. It's listed as a bulky 5. It is quite a thick yarn. This one was in the color wine, but I went back several times as we walked down the aisles here just to touch this yarn. This yarn is luscious feeling. It feels so nice. So I couldn't help myself. There's not a crazy amount of colors, but there's a decent amount. No complaints on it. This is the color Birch. And then, oh no, had an accident. The color Taupe. Let's just put that right back there. In a second here, you'll see David to the rescue because he went by and picked it up for me before I could get to it. There it goes, David to the rescue. This really pretty peachy color is the color Blush. I found out on the end of these, none of them there was no, nothing to hold them in. So I was trying to be really careful after that. This one I believe was just called Olive. Yep, Olive. Pretty easy to guess. Much like Hobby Lobby, Big Twist doesn't get terribly creative sometimes with their names. Light Gray being the name of this one, for reasons as you could see. I believe this was what, denim maybe? Denim Blue. I stand corrected. And those were $10.99. It is a big cake of yarn. Then we move down to this beautiful sparkly goodness, which is, I believe, the Mellow yarn. I had to go back and hit that price point again and remind you that that was 30% off of this yarn also. Now back to the beautiful Mellow yarn. This stuff was gorgeous. It was just all sparkling up at me. This one is in the color Wine. And this one is this beautiful, like, peachy, champagne-y color. It was in the color Blush. It's very, very pretty. And then this gorgeous orange with the orange glitter running through it. It was in the color Rust. And the color Mustard, this beautiful gold color. And then this pretty, pretty, pretty white, which I was trying hard at this point not to have a collapse, so I was just trying to get the color names without removing them. It was just in the color White. Look at that iridescent sparkle. Isn't that gorgeous? And I did the same thing here, which I think this was just called Taupe also, if I remember correctly. Yep. And there was a pretty, like, silvery, dark silvery sparkle color there. And we had Olive. Almost positive. Yep. the color Olive. Some of these sparkles were just gorgeous, and the yarn was really soft too. And this was the color Peacock. I love that color blue. It's so pretty. This one was Indigo. And then the last one in the beautiful sparkles was the color Lavender, with those pretty iridescent sparkles running through it. And then below is also the mellow, but it is the non-sparkly version. And basically I figured out after the first couple, like this one was Wine, the next one I'm pulling out here is Blush, that these are fully the non-sparkly versions. They are the same name and everything, except without the sparkly ribbon running through them. So if you are not a sparkly person, or your project just isn't intended to be sparkly, it's got the same name, the same everything, just no sparkles going through it. So we still have a taupe here, and the next one will still be Olive, followed by Peacock. But at this point I was just going through it for the sake of going through all of them. But that is Peacock. And then we have another Indigo, and the last one is Lavender. They're very, very pretty, very soft. And the price on these are $8.99, which again, 30% off this week. Through the 14th, it looks like, through September 14th, 2022. Had to feel that yarn again. And then there was this little end cap of for Christmas, it looks like. And these were really, really pretty and all pretty soft. I mean, as soft as tinsel is going to be for the first one, because this was just all like a tinsel fun fur in the color red. But they're cute little, like they have cute little packaging. Like I said, it is called tinsel. It's considered a 4-weight yarn, which obviously it's not, because it's a quite thin strand, but they'll want you to treat it as a 4-weight yarn, I'd assume. That came in several colors, as each of these did. All of them obviously really sparkly because they're tinsel, really, really pretty. Came in the red and the gold. This one was probably silver. Yep, silver. And then the green one was next to it, which was just green. And then we came down to like the lollies looking ones. Candy cakes is what they're called. And there's 175 yards in each one of these, or 160 meters. This one is just called Red White. They are a size 4-weight yarn, which I did kind of feel up. Maybe not in focus very well. And they are probably a thin 4, if not, like I would have probably called them more like a mandala size, but might be able to get away calling it a 4, but it'd be a real thin 4. And then there was the one with the sparkles running through it, which is just beautiful. That was cream gold. And I think the one at the end, yeah, was just the red white again. And then I'm going to move down to this one because there's a green white one on each end. So they remind me of the green white, and the red white remind me of like the peppermint candies, almost like the Christmas time peppermint candies. I know they have more of a swirl to them, but still they're reminiscent of one. And then this one is white silver because it has a silver ribbon running through it. So those are like the little cake yarns, or the little donut yarns, or whatever you want to call them. Lolly yarns, I should say, not donuts. And then in the middle was this sparkle that was it was a pretty thin yarn, even though it says a 4. So much like the tinsel, they'll want you to treat it like a 4, I'm assuming. And it had these beautiful little, they almost look like little like gift tags, don't they? Or Christmas lights, maybe, like shimmering on them. They're really pretty. Like the shimmer on it is gorgeous. And the yarn itself is pretty darn soft. So pretty. The label was a little bit beaten up. I definitely wouldn't have minded if I'd had more money. This is in the color cream. I wouldn't have minded picking up some of these to work with later down the line just because they're so pretty. I love the holographic sparkles in them. Silver is the name of this one. Like, I could see taking this one is green, also named green. I could see taking this green one and literally making like a Christmas tree amigurumi with it, and that being like the lights on it. I think that would be so cute. But that's your display. It actually had one of those, like the clearance of this price is now this price things at the top, but it didn't have an actual price tag on it. Then, for $16.99, they had the giant mandalas like I showed you guys that Walmart had. Walmart has them for $9.99, but they only have 4 or 5 colors. And they did have other colors here, and I assume they're getting more colors of them. But they had different colors, but not the full range either. Like they had, this was unicorn. Walmart doesn't have unicorn. I believe Walmart might have had this one, which was this satyr. Yeah, this was satyrs. This I think was Sasquatch. Was this Sasquatch? Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Walmart also had this one. That was Spirit, which is very pretty. I love the blue in that one. And that one's also really pretty. Like, I do like a lot of these. I couldn't justify getting it, especially at a $16.99 price. Maybe if I get like a half off coupon or something. I thought this one was really, really, really pretty. The Yeti one. I don't think that's a normal mandala cake, at least that I've seen. I'm not sure, but maybe it is. Gnome, I think, is beautiful. I think that one was stuck to the railing, but that was Babar. Yeah, it was stuck. I can see it now. And then a lot of the same colors. That's Babar and Gnome. That one was Genie, I believe, was the one different one down here. Yep, Genie. So a lot of the same as regular cakes. I think I ended up moving the Yeti to its home up there. Where it was still balanced awkwardly because there just wasn't enough room for all of these. 30% off on them, though. I guess I didn't check the price with 30% off, but still. And then I found the Caron, the Ogos that feel or seem a lot like the latte cakes. The Colorama, yeah, Colorama Halo. That's what they're called. They had quite a few of them. They have this beautiful, as the name implies, halo to them. And as other people have now mentioned, they have different packaging, so they don't have that crazy like stand that kind of comes with it. They just have a top and a bottom. They're listed as a bulky 5, I'm assuming because of the halo on them. And they have nylon and polyester in them. I mentioned in my Vlogust video that maybe I can do like a comparison between the latte cakes and these because like some other people have said, they are not the same feeling exactly. They are very soft. The fuzz is just different on the two. So like if you had the two hand in hand, I would say you would know the difference. But they're still very, very nice. I wouldn't put them down, you know, like I wouldn't slack on them, I wouldn't slam them. So I do like them. I think pretty much all of the colors were very pretty. The beeswax frost, I thought that name was pretty funny, and I like the color of it. I like the rosemary frost too. I don't know why I always expect the greens to be named, like especially today, I expected the greens to be named evergreen for some reason, like in almost every green color that I saw. Rose frost. I really love the ombre that's going on with these two. Like, that's another difference too with the latte cakes. They made a few that were solids, but when the color changes happened in the striping ones, they were breaks of color, right? There wasn't like an ombre fade. There definitely wasn't an ombre effect like the way these are ombre. These are absolutely gorgeous. Not that latte cakes aren't, but these are absolutely gorgeous too. And they had so many different shades of each. Like they had different variations of blue, different variations of pink. They had two different variations of brown, but they had no variations of orange. They didn't even have an orange. That made me very sad. Very sad. I love the purple too. See, they had multiple blues. Very, very nice. And as I've been showing you with my wonderful camera work today, they did have some of the more traditional looking ogos down here. These are Caron Colorama, but they have like the little crazy amount of cardboard stand down below. And these are a bulky 5 of Caron. So they're kind of like a thicker Caron cake solid color, I suppose, except they're 100% acrylic also. So just a bulky 5 of Caron yarn. And they had a couple different colors in these solids. They had a black that I think was called Biker or Biker Jacket, my fault. If the camera would want to focus, that'd be great. Another shot of the lovely floor at the new JoAnns. Pave the Way is the gray color that they had. So just a few of the 5, the bulky 5s. And then I had seen this box in the overstock area that I was like, oh my gosh, is that scarfie? Is that a new scarfie color? They had, which it was this one, in fact, right here. What was the name of that one? Rose Dusty Rose. It was a whole box that I saw of those, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's got to be at least a newer color. It might not be brand new. I'm not quite sure. This one also, I think, is a newer color, which is Rust Cameo. That one's so beautiful. And they had a lot of like newer colors, like the one right below this one, which I think is like a seafoam. I'll go back to it in a second. They had this eggplant color that I have not seen before. Love that one. I also hadn't seen this pale, what did that say? Pale evergreen. Did that say evergreen? yes, the seafoam one. It's a newer one. It's not new, but newer. Same with this one right here, which is just beautiful. Like, I have not bought some of the newer scarfies. I do have this Umbra one. I couldn't resist that when they first came out. Damon and I were at the store and got that like immediately. I really like this ice and gold one too, which I really, oh wait, actually I have that one, my fault. And this is one of the more traditional ones. Actually, Damon bought me one of those because I didn't have one of them for Christmas. And the cranberry and black one, or red and black one, cranberry and black, I was right. That one is one that's been around for a while, as is the black and white one. The pink silver, I think, has been around for a little while, maybe not as long as some of the other ones. This one that always looks like Oreo, which is cream and black, that one's been around for maybe since the beginning, I'm not sure. But yeah, so they have some newer scarfies, which I was excited about. I love them all. They're at $10.99 right now, or normal price, I should say. And then, lo and behold, they had this beautiful wall. I could not resist getting a closer look, obviously. It seems to be made up of a lot of Red Heart yarns and like the value yarns, and then the Carons, like the 1-pounders and such. Oh, they're beautiful though. There are so many, I swear, laid out like this. If they were like Red Heart yarns that they've always had, I noticed so many more colors than I realized that they had. Love it. Oh, this was an end cap that I found, which I almost bought some of these, but in trying to save money, I decided to come back later and hope they had them. But this is the K&C, which is like knit and crochet, I guess it stands for. It's called Movement, and it's a cotton and viscose yarn. I really was drawn to the pink, actually, which is why I had started out with that in my hand, which is Dusty Raspberries. I even like the name of this one. I thought it was so pretty. And I do try to get some of the information. It's a medium 3. And then I will go through the colors real quick too. This one was, I think, Sunkissed, if I remember right. Yep, Sunkissed. It's very pretty. They were all really pretty colors. Like, I liked the bit of shine that was in there with them. And then the color Petal, which was this pretty, like, peachy corally color. So I really like that one. And then, is it Evergreen? No, I'm just kidding. Grassy green. So I really like that pop of shine in there. It's so pretty. And then this blue, which was also very tempting to me today, was called Denim. For some reason, I overlooked that really beautiful blue at the bottom. Like, I didn't even realize it was there, and went right on to the taupe color, which I also wanted to buy really badly. And then there was this like gray-black one that was just called Stone. But I may go back for these because I thought they were really pretty. But those are 50% off. Did I get the price in there? I think they're normally 7 something. I guess I didn't get the price, but I think they're normally 7 something. And then this smoothie yarn is very reminiscent of that ice cream yarn that was partially cotton, partially acrylic. There's no cotton in this. It's all anti-pilling acrylic, and it's in with the baby yarns. But I just thought I would show you guys the different colors. It's almost got like the stonewash look to it. It's really pretty yarn. This one is in strawberry, and there's a lot of colors like that are similar to the cotton ice cream yarn too. Some are different, but this one is pink parrot. There's not a lot of pink going on there. It's not just the lighting. It is like a pale color, like a pale peachy color. This one is huckleberry. It's a really pretty, like stone-washed purple. And then blueberry fudge, which was a proper name to me. I really like the color of that. And then blue raspberry. Normal price is $6.49. There's the grape raisin. I think it's grape and then raisin was the French or whatever. That's a pretty color. And this one I think was mocha. Yep, that's mocha. And then this one was spirulina. It's also really pretty. And that one looks pretty stone washed too. And then I didn't see the name of that one very well. Hopefully you guys did. You can always go back and rewind, right? Lime is this one. Those were really pretty. And right next to that, I guess I'm going to show you a shot of all of them again. But right next to that, I know I wanted to show you, if you are a fan of the Re-Up cotton, they do have it in cone form, which I didn't know existed. But, and they were missing a color or two, but basically they had them. Instead of pulling them out, I just showed you for the most part on the tags right here what the color names were. This one I will show you the specs on it. Save the planet stitch by stitch. I love that. I love the concept of this. If I used more cotton, I would probably buy it. I know I state all the time, I don't need to buy cotton yarn like ever again probably, but they have very pretty colors of it too. Pomegranate. There's a couple missing. Missing being rust, which is probably very pretty. And then I don't know what that one was for sure. Portobello is very fitting. And then silver lining was this one, which had looked familiar. That one is supposed to be full moon, but I thought it looked pretty familiar, and lo and behold, it was silver lining. So I know I moved that one back up to where it belonged. There we go. So they were missing full moon. But yeah, so they have, like I said, the cones for $14.99 if you're a big fan of the Re-Up cotton polyester blend. Then they have them here. And then I found, I think the Big Twist Living has been out for a little while, but none of my smaller JoAnns has got these, which is what I found interesting, and I wish I had bought some of. These are the striped ones that they had came out with, I think probably in June. This rainbow one is so pretty. It's called Inclusivity. I love the bright rainbow in that, and I loved this one too. Like, these were my two favorites. I think this one was called Spirit, I believe. Look at that gorgeous colors. It's so pretty. I think that one was called, is it Life? Yeah, it's Life. There's a look at the floor. That one's really pretty too. Like, it's pretty, like it's a pretty bold color, I think, like striped colors right there. But yeah, I think that the solids have been around, and I guess if it's been since June, the stripes have been too, but they're fairly new, and I was excited to find them here, so I thought I would show you guys. But I really wish I'd gotten those. They're $6.49 each. I probably will go back. Hopefully they keep them around for a while. Hey guys, so this is what I ended up bringing home from this amazing JoAnns. Amazing! I'm so happy with this store. I'm no longer sad that they moved. So glad that I found them. First and foremost, I found this bag. It's the most spooktacular time of the year. How cool is that? Spider webs and the little bats. And then the side paneling is all bats. And then the handle is all bats. And it's a giant bag. How awesome is that? How cool. Okay, then actually I went back for this because we saw this at the register and I was like, I'm gonna get that because I can put everything in that. Paid for it and then walked on the way out past the next register in the line, which had this bag, and I was like, I have to get this too. 'Tis the season to be spooky is the smaller Halloween bag with the haunted house and the bats and the spooky dead tree. And side paneling is just black, and these, yeah, just black, but the handles are orange with black bats. How cool is this? I love it. And they're the reusable bags. So I use these as project bags a lot. So in fact, upstairs when I do the video where we go through them, I've put a lot of my previous super old projects in these bags just to keep them separate, and because they stand on their own and they can kind of stack on top of each other even a little bit. So that is one of the things that I got. And then the other one that doesn't fit in the bag, I got on the way out because we are in desperate need of this. I always have fall or Halloween welcome mats, and we basically have 2 doors. Well, we sort of have 3 doors, but I don't really recognize the second one so that we don't get like deliveries at that door or everything. Because I think when the house was built, when the addition was put on, for some reason they just left the door and that door goes into Damon's room now. So he basically has like an entrance door. But for the door that we actually use, see, there we go. Against my black shirt you couldn't quite tell, but the bat is actually cut out right there. But I got another mat, and it's lined with like the rubber backing and stuff, and it just says Halloween. I really like it. Actually, I really love it, but because I'm all about the bats. And David likes kind of simpler things, and he doesn't like really cutesy things. I mean, I do, but we meet in the middle there. He likes, like I said, like simpler, not so colorful, not so cutesy things. So we met there, and I really like it anyway, so I'm very happy with it. So as soon as I show you guys this, tonight or tomorrow, that's going out on my front doorstep. My old one, we got that the first year that I moved in with David, and it's lasted as far as the like thickness and functionality, but the design has slowly worn off. Like, I honestly don't even remember I know it was Halloween, but the design's been worn off for a year or two. Like slowly, and I don't at this moment remember what it even was, but I think it might have been like owls. And I noticed this summer actually, that there's a weed like finally poking through it. So like now the functionality's not like the integrity of it is going to. So yeah, I was like, well, maybe this will get us through like the summer until the fall stuff starts going up for sale, but we need a new doormat very badly. So new doormat. Then I got, let's see here. I didn't purchase a lot, FYI, just because money. And I knew I'd be going back because, oh my God, I love this store so much. You could imagine, so much bigger than all my other two JoAnns. Again, this is, now that I'm back in the room, so I can directionally show you how I usually do. This is the JoAnns that's that way. My tiny JoAnns is that way. And my regular size JoAnns is that way. But this one, before they moved, was the one I always called my super JoAnns because they were always so much bigger and had so many more things. And now that they've changed locations in the same town, is even bigger. It has so many more aisles and the yarn wall. How cool is that? Which I think I haven't made it yet, like edited it yet, but I think that's gonna end up being my thumbnail. Is me in front of the yarn wall. I love that thing. It's so cool. Anyway, I didn't get a lot of yarn, but what I did get. So this is probably a boring purchase, actually. You've probably seen most of the exciting parts was the Halloween stuff, but I got, pull it out because it's, did you see that? I got 2 of these. So you know the Henderson blanket from the Stranger Things blankets. I think that this green is going to be my dark green instead of that other one that I wasn't a fan of. I haven't worked on it because I just haven't had the heart to. I just didn't think that what I had was right. I am going to make like a stripe with this first and see how it goes, but I really believe, like, I know this one will work better because it doesn't have the blue tone in it. This is hunter green. It's just a red heart super saver, but instead of being a lighter green or a blue green, it's hunter green. I don't know why I'm showing you the name of it. You're not gonna be able to see that. It's all blown out from the ring light. But yeah, it's a very dark green, because usually back here is the more true color. So, and I'm sure you all know what Red Heart Hunter Green probably looks like by now, but I decided to get that. And then I don't really know why specifically I got this, because I think all the rest of the colors are okay, but I decided to get one of these, and I figured if it works, I know where to go back and get it. But I also got, since I'm so obsessed with getting these colors right, I got another Red Heart Super Saver in the color Frosty Green. So I figured I will add this to what I've got and see. Let's see. So this is the green that I'm ditching because it's bluer. This one's much darker, as you can see already. I can tell already. And it's much like greener, I think. In the light, it's a little bit harder to tell maybe, but I think it's going to work a lot better. Even though this one is much softer because it's the I Love This yarn. But we'll see. Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully, finally. So I have that one, and then I still have the more olive tones. I don't know. I guess we'll just see. The one, let me see. This was the other olive tone also to go with it. And then I think there was one other one, but it must be in my other bag, not in my project bag. But the one that I was replacing was like a fern green that I thought the frosty green would be a better look for. I'll just make a video about the colors, I guess, of it, but get a general idea at the moment, I suppose. Oh, I don't know, you guys. Anyway, so I got the 3 Red Heart Super Savers. I figured if not, I mean, I can use the Red Heart Super Savers for something. They weren't that much. And I used a coupon. Of course I used a coupon. And then I got the Ogos, which is, these are my first Ogos ever. But I got the Colorama Halo Ogos. Because I really wanted to try them. These do feel, I don't know how much time I had in the voiceover since I haven't done the voiceover part of this video yet, but just to note, these do feel a lot like the latte cakes. They're not quite as, they don't have, like the actual fuzz is not as silky, and it's just not as, it's a different fuzz. That's all I can really say. that is more, the actual fuzz is thicker. And like this is more fuzzy and that is more furry. I guess. I'm not really sure. I can try to do a side-by-side comparison. I know I have latte cakes to do that with. And maybe I will do like a latte cakes versus Colorama video or something. But I really wanted to try this. So I ended up getting... and this is when I was picking these, I told David, I realized they didn't have an orange variation. They had like basically 3 different reddish pinks, but they had no orange. At least not in my store. I got the rosemary frost. I got the beeswax frost. And I got the nutmeg frost. Because I thought, even if I do something like granny squares in a blanket that are all the different faded colors of these 3 together, that would end up being like something really, really pretty. And join that together with like a white latte. I thought that would be gorgeous. Or the gray latte. I don't know. What do you guys think? I like it. I think it's beautiful. I may do something besides a blanket with it. But if they do go to a blanket, I just thought even granny squares with this would be nice. And like the different, like I said, the different variegations would be really pretty. So that's what I got as far as the yarn. And then I actually went over by the books now that they have moved stores and everything and restocked their books because they had tarot cards there. I did not get any tarot cards because they didn't have any decks that I was interested in. They only had a couple of them. But what they did have was a book that's Pokemon Crochet. And I just thought it was too cute to pass up because this was only $19.99. And it was, I think the sale was 20% off, if I remember right, of the sticker price. So it already wasn't bad. They have, like, for those of you who are familiar with Pokemon, they have some of the cutest, in my opinion, the cutest Pokemon. Like, they have all 3 of the Eevees, they have Eevee and all 3 of her, like, her first evolutions, the fire one and the electric one, and the water one, which Vaporeon is, like, one of my favorite Pokemons. They also have Meowth. He's so cute. And they're pretty detailed too. Like they have pictures of all of his little pieces. They have front and back pictures of him when you're sewing him together. They have Pikachu, of course. And they have that with all of them, like the front and the backs. And if you have, for the pieces that have felt and stuff, they have a little template with like an actual like graph for sizing and stuff. And I just noticed they have like an official color chart up here. And see, they have, like, that's Flareon. That's the fire version of the Eevee evolution. Here's the regular Eevee. So very cute stuff. They have Gengar, who's like a ghost Pokemon. I make Magikarp hats, and they have a Magikarp fish. So I was like, I can make a Magikarp fish to go along with the hat that I make. They have Lapras, also one of my favorite Pokemon. So that's what I ended up getting today. Of course, they have Charizard. So I thought I would like to make some of these in the future. I don't do a lot of amigurumi, but I thought for these guys, I would give it a try. And Psyduck. But it is Sabrina Summers is the creator name or the author name, Sabrina Summers. Pokemon Crochet, bring your favorite Pokemon to life with 20 cute crochet patterns. So I'm sure you could probably find it on Amazon or maybe JoAnns.com. So anyway, that was pretty cute. So that's what I ended up getting today. And I assume this video has probably gone on long enough after I've got it edited, so I am going to say goodbye. And I'm actually going to get my Vlogust video ready. So I will talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. I love you guys. Bye. Maybe I'll stay with you guys.